Hey everyone, Forever2 here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact for a new Archon quest. They just came out. I believe this might be a short quest because it does involve a character that was mentioned in my last video while I was doing one event. I'm going to be doing. Sorry about that. I am messing up my grammar, messing up my speech here. We're back in Nightland near the Collective of Plenty to do a quest. A part of a main chapter, I believe, to catch up on what the hell's been going on with our sibling as the main character, either Aether or Lumine. What has been going on between the Khaenri'ah and Dainsleif. Speaking of that, this is where we can be doing a new Archon quest called A Space Time in Time for You. The end of the journey is also its beginning. Time is meaningless. You and I are clearly looking at the same view. Space is meaningless until your destiny and mine collide and twine all those threads together. And as well as we're also celebrating the release of Skirk, as well being the new character that was released just about a few days ago. And what we're here for is to do this quest here. It might be short, it might be an hour or two, but I'm here nonetheless. So what's going to be happening when we do meet with Dainsleif again? We've already identified several of the sinners of Khaenri'ah, maybe. But I heard from other people that that this quest might be good. Might be good. So I'm not expecting anything so pounding or something impact pounding or just something like spectacular. Maybe it's just a slow reveal, some surprises, maybe. We'll learn more about probably Khaenri'ah, maybe since Dainsleif is involved as well. So, hey, it's Ian-san. Please be voiced. Please be voiced.
Oh, two Miney and Paimon.
Yes!
Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here.
Yes. Also, for the fun fact, that's the strike might be over. But I also heard that the VAs of both Lumine and Aether are coming back. Sadly, not in this story. Which is sad, but also, we just expecting them to be back as well. So, I would say, take your time, you two. Take your time to get things prepared, you know? It's good to have you two back. And some voice actors in the characters back as well. But there has been recasts as of late. Like one of my favorite characters in Li Wei, Cha-Ching. Because Cha-Ching, right? And of course, you know, Paimon as well. It's not I'm not sure if I should say it's not surprising or it's just a shock. But either way, I think there are still some things going on, which is just hectic at the moment. It'll probably get them some time to prepare themselves for their new roles or for their new lines for the latest chapters or the upcoming chapters as well.
Oh hey, Coach Yan-san! What are you doing here all by yourself?
Yeah, you couldn't tell that this was like on the middle tone of Paimon's voice, while the old VA was a bit higher. And yeah, it just didn't click on me. Like, I thought it was the same, they sound the same. I am sorry. But, yeah.
Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now.
Alright, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell?
You are.
I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do.
Well, you do. I've met several coaches from hell. Not actual hell, but their hellish workout routines are pretty much hellish. It was worth it, but it was not worth the pain and the misery and the soreness that lasts weeks.
That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count.
Rather than training, that sounds more like helping you out.
Yeah. All jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols.
Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too?
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you. But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, I just want to go back to Paimon's VA right here. Or at least a new voice here. The old it does not sound as sassy like the old one. Because when you go to the old VA, again, it makes her, she makes Paimon sound a bit more sassy, and I love that. But this one's more like calm, like sisterly, maybe, like your little sister, or somehow big sister that turned into a little sister, which does not make sense when I think about it, because we all know that what she is, she might be something else, but underpowered because she got exhausted powered or something. But I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, guys. I just want to mention it.
Oh no! Don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you.
I mean, we won't know until you stop flying. Start walking, Paimon, and that is totally funny when she's eyeing her up and down to see what kind of a Seek Paimon is. She is probably light as a feather. She may weigh as a feather.
Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition!
Yeah, you'll probably be in the baby class. Oh! Sorry.
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look.
Alright, I'll do it for you, Paimon. Alright, Coach, we'll help you out.
Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area.
From the way this quest was sounding like, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be something weird.
That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
Sure thing. Just leave it to us. We're experts at strolling and patrolling, don't you worry.
Yeah, she's totally different. Alright, so patrol the nearby the Collective Plenty, which is over here.
What? Why me?
Is it up in that mountain?
Running late again.
Wait, is it really up that mountain? Alright, it's telling me to go over here. Maybe? Oh! Maybe up there. I think up there. It's gotta be up here. Yeah!
What's this? Was there always a cave here? We should go take a look, right? Seems like a thing to do on a patrol.
Yeah, that's what the meaning is. Also, I never really tried climbing up on this volcano as well, so I wouldn't know if there was a cave.
Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile.
And I spy a club? Yeah, a club and some sort of gemstone?
Why is it hiding away here? Ah! You woke it up!
I didn't. I was quiet. You're the one who woke it up. And it runs away.
It ran away. Oh, yes, our reputation in that land is more fearsome than we thought. Even hilichurls don't want to mess with us now.
Yeah, but there's something on the ground as well.
You mean that shiny thing?
Yeah.
Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure. It was probably planning to hide it here for safekeeping. Until we showed up. Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still.
Huh?
What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden. Isn't this just a regular old key? Huh. The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from?
This is the key to the hibernation chamber on the spaceship? What? What spaceship?
What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship? Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Tibet?
When did I learn this? Sorry, I'm just surprised that there was the word spaceship that brought me to Tibet. No. All I remember is, and I didn't record this in the beginning, or I didn't even record the first part of the story. I just started recording probably in Inazuma. Maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, while I was in Inazuma. Or I only recorded when I was in Sumeru? Or was it in Fontaine? I don't freaking remember. Yeah, I was started this whole video when I was in Fontaine. And I was ashamed that I did not make any recordings from Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, which is, I never did a story from Mondstadt to Liyue to Inazuma and then Sumeru. I was ashamed of that. I didn't get to record any of those. I never thought about that, though. But, spaceship. All I remember from the beginning of the story is we were finding some person, which, assuming to be the Heavenly Principles, casts us into this world, like a falling star. And we were just traveling, wings and all. That's the one.
So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
No, I still have mine. I've always made sure to keep it safe and sound. What?
Whoa! Yeah, these look identical. So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is...
There are only two of these. One belongs to me, and the other to my brother.
Knew it! Huh, the keys to a spaceship! Huh, somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien. Oh, wait, no, descender.
Yep, that's the word. Yeah, that's the word.
But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, how did it get here? The simplest explanation is that your brother lost his key somewhere not far from here. Then that hilichurl found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it. If that's true, it means your brother was here recently.
And by extension, the Abyss Order was probably here as well.
Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Anson's patrol on a whim. And now, we've made this bombshell discovery and found a huge lead on your brother.
Yep.
Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Anson?
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
And here she is. What a coincidence.
Oh, hey, Anson, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made a huge discovery today.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been canceled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
Wait, canceled? Why? What happened?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Yep.
Huh?
Didn't expect our suspicions to be confirmed so quickly. Sounds like Aether is on the move again. I'll find a way to speak with him in person this time. I have to.
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized action on such a large scale. It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
Sorry about that. I had to bleep the news. Again. Okay, so preparing a war against the whole of Natlan.
One little sect versus the entire nation at war? How are they expecting to pull that off?
Maybe they got something up their sleeve.
Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time? What could they be after?
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much. Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Mawika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report to. Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case.
Well, I am keen to find out more about the situation, and I can provide some information on the Abyss Order.
Great. Then let's head over together.
And officially, welcome to Chapter 5, Act 5, or was it 6? Act 6. Yeah, hibernation chamber. Like, when the hell do we pilot a spaceship of a sudden?
Malika!
Oh? Ah, great timing, Eon-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for a recent victory over the Abyss?
Oh, seems unlikely. But then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything past the Abyss Order.
Apologies, guys. I had to go to the kitchen because someone delivered my breakfast today, and gonna eat in a minute as soon as we finish speaking with Malika here.
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time. Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
To be honest, I think it's too easy.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces for starters.
That is true.
However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me.
Ooh, are you asking for... I mean, I'm flattered, but I feel like I should go and fight to find out more what our sibling, or at least my sibling, has something to do with it. No, this one is personal for me. Yeah.
Oh? In what way?
The current leader of the Abyss Order is my brother. How will she react?
Yep, that's how it is.
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what his goal could be?
No, and that's what I want to know as well.
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, she's been trying to track her brother down and get some answers. But he's been avoiding her.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Not exactly. It's more like we were separated from different points of time in the planet. He was in during the whole Khaenri'ah fall of Khaenri'ah, while we were just after. In the aftermath of it. Or at least pretty much during the present. Or I don't know. Let's just say we were just in the aftermath 500 years after. Yeah, that's what I was meant to say.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side,
yes,
and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right?
Absolutely. I might even hate the Abyss Order more than you do.
Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position.
Makes sense.
Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind.
Wonder why.
If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
Sounds great.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
Alright, anything else you want to say?
And don't worry, you're still Natlan's hero. I'm not gonna blame you for something your sibling has done. Still, if we manage to find your brother, you wouldn't mind if I gave him a good punch to teach him a lesson, would you?
Okay.
Look, it's Eulalie.
Hey, it's her.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us?
Anything for the granny.
How are things looking? Mawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Eulalie out of the house.
Oh! Are you calling her lazy now?
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating.
How irritating, like hooligans in front of your lawn, standing in your lawn?
I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something? The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
I love the fact that she has that sulky face right there, puffing cheeks right here. I can only imagine that she does that. She's thinking of conjuring that phantom version of La Chacla. Oh, they're gonna be so sorry that they met her.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
Yep. Interrupt her novel reading again. La Chacla is always at the ready.
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless.
Sorry.
It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Hey, she's saying your brother has poor taste.
I'm just glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. If I were him, I'd change that name long ago.
Wait, what? Are you saying her brother is a member of the Abyss Order?
Not just a member.
I only said that because I was mad. But maybe I went too far?
Oh.
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Yep.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Eulalie.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get him!
Yeah, definitely look at her. She's already ready to punch one in the face right there. Just for thumbnail. Alright, really a trial version of her?
Let's ride! Rev the engines! Light of the blazing sun!
It's an epic wave! Whoosh!
Why me?
Why?
Maximum power!
Hey!
Full throttle! Pyroclastic surge!
Get to work! You two! Time to...
I think I got him.
Phew. Much better. That's more like it.
What a way to end that fight with her just throwing her pillows at them.
Ooh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements.
No, she's a one-man army.
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. They picked the wrong target this time.
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold.
True enough.
Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know what hit them.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
Take a good look.
The warriors from the Masters of the Nightwind are here!
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold.
Again, good thumbnail right there. rematch time, baby.
Show no mercy. Wrath from the sky.
Running late again.
Turn! Yeah!
Try and stop me.
Forward! Crush them!
Oh, wait, I think we're moving forward. Something calm my throat. Dark light candlesticks created by believers in the abyss and chaos will constantly absorb nearby characters' elemental energy and convert it into void wards. So we destroy these wards as quickly as possible to retrieve converted elemental energy. So, yeah.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it.
Get him.
This order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance.
Oi.
Light of the blazing sun.
Ow, hand, frosty. Whoa!
Watch out.
Turn! Yeah! Let's shred, Sharky! Warriors, attack! After them!
Alright. Let's go.
Grab the engines.
Oi, oi.
You two. Time to end them. You must be the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the masters of the Night Wind.
Resist the abyss will pay the price!
Yeah! Carving waves! Action at the flames! Whoosh!
Let's run. Suffer the wrath of evil.
Oh, damn. Oh, it's one of those guys. I forgot about them.
Fulfill our pact.
Heads up! Hi! Hero incoming! Yeah!
Sha, sha, yeah. Get to work. Sha, ha, ha. Pyroclastic surge. Full throttle.
Alright, let's see. There we go. Oh.
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
Huh! The Abyss Order's all bark and no bite.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least.
Why?
And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Night Wind. Well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet.
Yeah, they're crafty.
Maybe it's just me, but an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. The fighting gets more and more intense right till the bitter end.
I feel like this battle was just a distraction. I mean, I know what they are. They have other plans.
But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something.
Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy.
Yeah, blaming it on tactical retreat.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures. It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
Yep.
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
So we're no wiser as to... Pardon me. Pardon me. I had to clear my throat. We're no wiser as to the Abyss Order's objective. Back to square one. If I could only get Aether to talk to me, I could get answers for all this. I'm heading back to the Collective of Plenty. That key is our only lead so far.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that. But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious. And maybe you can finally get some answers.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
Oh?
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
Yeah, she wanted a date. If it was Aether.
And we're back where we started. That Hilichurl probably found the key nearby, right? Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. Beyonce and St. Lolly are waiting for us.
You just want the food.
Ugh. We've scoured the entire area, but still nothing. How the heck did the key end up in that Hilichurl's hands? Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your brother's pocket as he passed by? Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again, who knows? Sometimes in life, things just go missing and that's that.
It kind of feels like someone's approaching us from the entrance. Who are you?
Oh, thank goodness. Someone's here. Please help me.
Who? Wait. Is that a Khaenri'ah? That's Star-Eyed Pupil.
Huh? Who are you? What happened?
No, now isn't the time.
What was that?
Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
You've come to the right person, but where are these monsters you speak of?
Yeah, where are they? Paimon doesn't see any monsters behind you.
No?
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
You know.
We're not. We're completely serious. We don't see any monsters.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
But I really don't see anything. Where do you intend to run to?
What's wrong with that girl? She must be seeing things.
Huh?
Oh no! It looks like something really hit her. Maybe she was right. Quick, let's see if she's okay.
I got the feeling that something's wrong with her.
What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
Let me help you first. Huh? Whoa! What? Suddenly I could see them.
Huh? Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just now.
I'm sorry. I'll take care of them now.
Great! Thank you, Savior.
Savior?
Huh? Well, time to take care of some mutts.
Rev the engine!
Fulfill our pact!
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so she can't tell.
Yeah.
It just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kind of funny, actually.
I don't know what's going on either, but I could see them once I held her hand.
Oh, really?
Sounds like it. So let's try it one more time. I want to check that I got all the monsters.
Sure.
What's going on? What's wrong?
It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check.
Okay, we got the riz going on, so yeah.
I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this,
Oh,
I'm just a little shy, that's all.
that's adorable. Oh, didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith. Thanks for, saving me just now. I'm really grateful for your help.
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With her around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible. So, what was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway?
You asked me.
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
Okay, that would have made us more monstrous than the monsters. I never do something so horrendous.
Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it. But more importantly, did the monsters hurt you? How bad is it?
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there. I won't be doing any more running for a while.
Well, there's a cave nearby. Why don't we rest there for now?
Good idea. We'll take you.
Something is fishy.
Thank you so much. Despite getting injured, I still feel much safer with you around. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
I'm trying to figure things out. Like, I could tell from her pupil that looks like a star shape. Not really like a Khaenri'ah star shape, but it's a weird pupil. It just made me think she might have been a Khaenri'ah. And the outfit, too.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own. So, where are you from, Deirdith?
I'm going to call it that if she says she's from Khaenri'ah, then I'm gonna have a freak out.
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... Yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore.
I think she may not say Khaenri'ah right now, but I'm getting a feeling. Just a feeling. Maybe from her pupils as well. But we'll figure things out from there.
Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the Savior is gonna be easy.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny. Anyway, let me start from the beginning. There was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us. The day of disaster is almost upon us. So my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw her. Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior, and she's already got a ton of titles, so she won't mind one extra.
Actually, I don't think it's her.
What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young man.
Her sibling, Aether.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
I think I know who it is. There's someone out there who matches all the requirements.
Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be him.
Who? Who is it?
My brother.
You have a brother? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's him. It has to be. Oh, thank goodness. Please, can you take me to see him?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find him.
Huh? But isn't he your brother?
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for him anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
Have you always believed that doomsday will come? Have you always believed that the savior will come?
Yes. Everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
She spoke with conviction. I don't think she's lying. Maybe it's another lie spread by the Abyss Order? Oh. Cute.
See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience. Time to press her for answers.
Or she could be embarrassed by me staring at her for a long period of time. Paimon, do not mess this up for me, Paimon, please. Another wife potential. Sorry. I joke about these things all the time, guys. Don't put that in context. Or at least don't get serious.
What's wrong, Deirdis? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
She might be thinking she might be my sister if I could find the savior. Sorry.
Oh, I just... How should I put it?
I can't with Paimon's face. Looks so serious. I just can't.
The Traveler looks just like the savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the savior of dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
I'm afraid what will happen if I hug her, or at least she hugs her. Or if you're playing as Aether, what if he hugs her? It would make more sense, maybe. But then again, they always written different types of stories depending on which character you choose to play as when you start the game.
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
How am I supposed to respond to that?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it there for now.
I'm afraid what will happen if she blows in her. Okay. I'm gonna stop right there.
Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again. If you manage to find the savior in the meantime, please come and let me know. Thank you.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
All right then. Well, take care. Being on your own isn't easy. What a mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her. But hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your brother when she's healed. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
Oh, you're back! How did it go? Find anything?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
Yeah, we found a potential wife. Again.
So I take it that the war's still on?
No progress yet, I'm afraid.
That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us, and since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Well, since you asked, this is technically my sibling's fault, so...
Great. Thanks, you two.
For the weirdest experience that we've seen a woman who I am believing that she might have been Khaenri'ah, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, how is she still human form, though? Oh well.
Wow, Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it, though.
Yeah, sorry, I don't recall, or of course I do.
You do? Then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy.
So, have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something. Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Huh. Interesting. Oh well. The more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Pardon me. It seems suspicious though. Could this be related to their true objective?
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Huh. Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, Traveler.
So they were doing some ritual stuff, I think, and they have not made any movements or anything. It does put a ringer in my thinking here.
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this, like, a meet and greet?
I wish.
I wasn't... I'm so nervous.
It hasn't been that long, like 3 months ago or 4 months ago, and we're already a superstar, and yeah, they treat me like some sort of celebrity. It is funny, though.
Hey, come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
Yeah, how scary can these eyes be? The smugginess right here, my stature as well.
It's not the same thing at all. There
Yeah.
are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on-one chat with our great hero?
Oh,
That could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
that is so true. I look at me. I am very happy that my status is already on an all-time high in this nation.
How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or
Too late.
Or if my posture's bad?
Too
Or
late.
if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face?
Too late.
One bad impression can stick for life.
They should know that I don't even give a damn, or don't even care at all. We're not that kind of a person.
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax.
All right then. I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
Is it shaking hands, or is it writing an autograph on your shirt? Or, please do not make me sign on your abs, or sign anywhere that has exposed skin. Please do not make me do that.
Let Paimon guess. An autograph, right?
Yeah.
That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
Even better! A challenge! Let's do a spar! That's even better than an autograph.
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Huh. I'm starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes.
Calls her Great Paimon. What's so... Wow, he asked her to take over his duties. What's she gonna do? She just starts yelling out loud. Well, anything to get people's attention.
Ugh. Again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
I think it's a fair request. Oh, pardon me, yawning. So what are you waiting for? Bring it on. You know what? This may be the best day of his life right there. Once in a lifetime sparring match with the greatest hero. He is head over heels. He is on cloud 9. This might be the happiest day of his life. Yeah. What's with the Inazuma music? What is this? Hiya! He didn't even...
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us.
Basically, he saw the light flash before his eyes. He didn't even move an inch. Oh, man.
I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
More like the happiest day of your life that you got bragging rights for this one.
Ugh. Paimon can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again. Now you've had a spar with the Traveler. What gives?
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Cool.
Okay. Well, to each their own. But Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
True. So, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap and get back to Ian-san.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
Sadly, no.
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentaro.
Why? Ignore Paimon. He wasn't a problem.
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
I think she was looking forward to spending the day with me as the Traveler. Either her or Aether. To each your own, guys. You know you guys chose which character you like to go through the entire story of the game.
In fairness, you look pretty hungover.
Yeah.
Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I cannot imagine anyone who would wake anyone up in a hangover state, guys. I never encountered anything like that, to be honest.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless, what I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Yeah, that's right. Does that mean anything to you, Siglali?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still, it's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
I would have a theory as well. Like, we've already met with... I forgot her name already. Diradia? I don't know. That I assume she might be Khaenri'ah, and she sees what we can't see. I think it might be her. I don't know.
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs.
Yeah, actually, since you're here, Zilali, I might ask one more question.
Oh? Sure, what is it?
Have you ever heard of monsters that are only visible to certain people?
Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form? It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the...
Alright, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
Jesus, Paimon. Okay.
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge?
To each their own? Yes, you might.
Anyway, the short answer is... there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Whew, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Hey, I'm not that old!
Oh, God. Okay, silly face aside, never piss off your granny. Especially a Latina granny, or at least any Latina woman, please. Do not. That just shocked me, to be honest. I almost fainted. And I almost completely saw a glimpse of La Chocolate just arriving before her. I agree. It's hard to say what it was, for sure.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, tell them what happened.
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
Only you say that. It sounds like you're jealous that I didn't get to hold your hand. I think she wanted to hold her hands. Yeah.
Huh? That's the part that bothers you?
Yeah. She's jealous.
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise.
She still wants to hold her hands, guys. No matter who we are. Either we're the female traveler or the male traveler.
But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Or that got me thinking, too.
That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
It kind of makes sense since you're all a nation, inhabitants of a nation of war. So yeah, it's pretty easy to be convinced that she might be on the other side of the enemy.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Yeah.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Hold on. Sorry, just for personals.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
Do you think she's a spy, or do you think she's some kind of weapon? The spy, I'm not convinced.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Here's my question. Will they see her? Or are we the only ones that can see her?
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
Yeah, might as well. She seems to trust me, after all. Happy to, although I doubt she means us any harm.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
Okay. Wait. Yeah, let me speak with them before that.
Why holding hands? Why that specifically? Why not Literally anything else.
She's still stuck on that. It makes me happy that she's jealous.
I'm not normally so suspicious of strangers, but at times like this, the safety of the tribes has to come first.
Here we are. Deirdre will still be here, right?
I think I almost got her name right, Deirdre.
Oh, it's so quiet though. Uh-oh. What if Yansa was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here at all.
Let's stay quiet and move in carefully. In other words, be silent, Paimon. Oh, she got the bat.
Traveler, watch out!
She's gonna hit us. Ooh, we blocked that. I guess she was ready to attack some more monsters, but damn. Blocked that with our forearm? Nice. Shoot! Maybe Deirdre really is a...
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me.
Or she was just scared that she might be... that the monsters were trying to get to her again, so she thought she could ambush us.
Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
No. If I had thought it would hurt, I would have tried to dodge. And somehow, it still hurt less than I expected.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap.
Why?
Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them.
Yeah, she got hurt.
There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh, that's weirdly precise.
Yeah.
Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so weak.
Paimon! Even though your voice got changed, it's still sassy. That's still harsh. Still mean.
Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero.
Oh, that... Don't be.
She already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
We will never think of you as a burden.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know?
Bearing her soul. She's talking like she's confessing. Don't. Could she really just be an injured civilian?
Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Don't worry, I cook for wives. You are unbelievable. Sure, I know just the recipe. Only takes an hour and a half. What's going on with my mouse? What is going on with my mouse here?
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now too. Go on then. You can join us for dinner.
And one cooking session later.
Whew. I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
It's no trouble at all. Hang on. That's 2 favors you owe me now. Hope you keep count.
Huh. You can really pack it away, dude.
Damn.
Guess that explains
Ooh.
how you had the energy to make it this far.
Wow, okay, she was guzzling. Yeah, it would be embarrassing though, but hey, if you're starving, I wouldn't care of how you eat.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
Aw. It's cute.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out. The air seems fresher, and the stars. more beautiful than ever before.
And as you can see, a city in the sky is still there as well. Celestia, I think it's called, but not sure what it is. Yeah, again, it's just telling us that there's a freaking city in the sky just lowering itself down to the surface, maybe. I hope anyone who plays this game picks up on that, or at least watches it picks up on that.
You weren't in there that long.
Yeah, but she thought she was going to starve to death. The time probably passed unbearably slowly.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually real?
What? Wait, why would she think that? Does she know about the false sky?
But my grandma would tell me the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really.
Damn it, it's the my mouse is acting stupidly weird again.
Is it kind of like how journeying with the traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
Let's see. Damn it, hang on. What's going on with the... That seems kind of right, but also not really.
I really treasured my world for a really long time. The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yeah! Go you!
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my journey to find the Savior. I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars.
I'm afraid what might be beyond the sky as well.
Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child.
Beyond the stars.
Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Yeah, one day. If only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
True enough. It's funny that my character here, the main character of the game, is also from another world, the Traveler of Worlds, maybe. Not sure about Paimon, but me, definite alien.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing. So I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? It's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
She's cute. Yeah, the more we chat, the more convinced I am that... what? How am I supposed to read this? Sorry. The more we chat, the more convinced I am that she's not a bad person. And it doesn't sound like she's been brainwashed by the Abyss Order. Maybe we can afford to trust her?
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
In that case, guess we gotta try that trick again. Hold my hand, baby. Sorry to say that. She's more embarrassed.
Can you see them now?
In a minute. Now I see it, yeah. Yeah, stay back. I'll handle them. Here I go, saving the potential wife again. Ooh, I'm blocking the entrance with Geo. Nice.
Paimon still can't see anything. But please, be careful.
I'm not sure what I'm fighting. To be honest, I think these monsters are like something from the ley lines, like projections. I don't know. I'm pretty much convinced that maybe.
Show no mercy.
Hey,
Rev the engines.
come back up, you damn mutts. How did I get down here?
Fiatena, grant me strength!
Wait, where'd you go?
Woohoo!
Hip.
How? Alright. Alright, that was a flop. I don't know how. Oh, bigger guy.
He's lolling! He's Papa! Get him!
Get back up here.
Get to work! Carving waves!
Wait, I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Next up, check this out! That's the mark!
Light of the blazing sun! Try and stop me!
Time to roll! Turn! Oops! Hi!
Oh, I think I'm stuck again. Whoa, okay.
Let's ride!
Abyss, Phantom. Back here.
Pyroclastic surge! Rev the engine!
Fulfill our pact! Suffer the wrath of the Eastling!
Let's ride! Wrath from the skies!
There we go. What a finish.
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you get all of them? I'm slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing all right, Deirdith?
What is going on?
Deirdith? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
Why you had to be adorable?
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
I was just... the image of the Traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do.
Why do I picture Vivian from Send the Zone? Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
whatever floats your boat.
Don't call her crazy. Just potential wife. Don't ruin this.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
What? Pretty bold of you, little missy. Not sure of what age. I think we might be about 20. I don't know.
Sounds reasonable to Paimon.
Same.
What do you think, Traveler?
I mean, camping, sure. Sleeping in a cave. Yeah, just camping, I think. I'm personally satisfied that Deirdith isn't a threat, but it can't hurt to monitor her for another night. What the hell?
All right,
Sweet.
Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith? Why are you going in alone?
As you stare at the hibernation chamber key in your hands, you start to relax and drift asleep. Soon, a vivid dream fills your mind. Wait. Am I at the Night Kingdom? Yeah, the Night Kingdom. Aether, what are you doing here? Who is he talking to? Wait, is that Deirdith's flower? Aether! And the Lord of the Night? Ugh. My head, it hurts. My headache, it's gone. I think I hear a voice in the darkness.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed.
Who's this?
A blood-red sky.
Is this... That's gotta be the Khaenri'ah's fall, right? Khaenri'ah's fall. Look at all that.
Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
And here we wake up. That dream I just had. Oh. And holding.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh no. Look at this. Embarrassment, but yeah. Was she holding my hand? You bet. You can't just show me that and just say, yes, there's a potential wife here. For both characters here. Yes. Do not discriminate.
You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare.
I mean, it makes sense you would hold my hand. Or Aether's hand, or Lumine's hand. Please.
I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares.
Despite when I kept rambling about, I think she's a sweet girl. She's a sweetheart. Yeah.
But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, is that right?
What are you applying, Paimon? Although I am applying something as well.
Huh. You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
What do you mean by that?
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
I still can't remember anything. What did I see in my dream just now? I think I saw Aether in the Night Kingdom at the very start of the dream, but I can't remember what happened next. Never mind. If the memory is gone, I can't force myself to remember it. I'm gonna go back to sleep. We can catch up tomorrow morning.
Ugh. No way is Paimon getting back to sleep after this.
Yeah.
You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Okay. Why are you acting like, God, I can't remember this one scene of a movie. What was it? Spaceballs? I remember, you guys won't remember that one scene where the main guy and the princess were about to kiss and the robot just has that alarm. You know what I'm talking about, right? If you I already said the name of the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. She's pretty much our... yeah, the blockers. She's literally... yeah.
Oh, do I really seem that shady to you?
I mean... she has her reasons. Well, in the end, a wonderful night just passes away.
Well, Deirdith, there should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Jokes aside, I think Paimon was just protecting our... or at least Lumine or Aether's purity. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys.
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all this for me. 3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the Savior.
I keep thinking, why is that club still there? Like, we seen the Hilitroll, and it just ran off, and it just leaves behind the club. She's used the club. I think that club has some sort of significant symbolism here, guys. I just keep thinking.
Alright, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Deirdith.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
Ah, that's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Ah, and there's the... hold on. I think I see something over there. But if she doesn't know who Mawika is, Abyss Order.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're... running away?
Where? What are you talking about?
She doesn't see them?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs! You don't see them? They're heading right this way!
Wait a second.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
I bet the tried and tested method will allow you to see them. Let's see if it works.
You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Deirdre? Or the monsters themselves? Or is it us? Well, might as well mow these ones down, just so they can't pose a threat to the tribes.
Hold! You shall not pass!
Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
Believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. The plot thickens. Turns out there are also monsters which I can see, but Deirdre can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Maybe something went down on the front line. Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind right away. We gotta go. Bye for now, Deirdre.
See ya, and please take care.
I'm having extreme wild thoughts here about this entire situation, in all honesty.
Hey, Eon-san, we're back. We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
The front line has collapsed.
What?
Huh? But how?
Wait, did the Abyss Order send in reinforcements, or did they deploy some kind of secret weapon?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Damn you, Paimon, with the jumping to conclusions.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Yeah, did we finally launch an attack, or did we unleash the Pyro Archon's might on them?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
Alright, I got it. I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person.
If I'd known all the time the quests in my 2 years or 3 years in playing Genshin, and unfortunately I did not record Mondstadt, Liyue, or Inazuma's story. I don't remember if I did Inazuma. I don't remember if I did Sumeru. But in the in-betweens, where we have to do with the Abyss Order, this is one of those things where we just go into the main story where we have to learn anything about the Abyss Order. And if I know someone with a sword, an unknown technique, unidentifiable to them, and with the selection, dialogue selection saying, I think I know who this is, I think I know what happened, it's clear to me that I know who broke their line.
And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yep.
So we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description,
Yeah.
we're already pretty confident that we know this person.
Yeah, I figured.
Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
Yeah, who else could it be? He never misses an occasion like this. My mouse is still acting up again. Dainsliff. Yeah. Also, it is stupidly sad that we all know that the VA for the Traveler, both characters, have come back, but they just don't come here in this Archon quest, which would have been perfect for Dainsliff, for us saying Dainsliff. Yeah, Dainsliff. Whenever the Abyss Order is evolved, the one man just comes here. Anyway, so again, let us wait until he shows up somewhere. There he is. You've got to be kidding me. Dainsliff's VA is not here. You're unvoiced as well, Dainsliff? You're kidding me, right? I don't know anymore, guys. I'm not sure if this stupid strike is just already messing things up for the story, but then again, understandable. Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Ian-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
Hang on. Yeah, you're not voiced. What the hell? I'm sorry. I figured that you were left untouched for the character Dainsliff being untouched, but for not him being voiced? I'm not angry. I'm just a little upset, but still. Okay. Clearing throat for narrations.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsliff. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance.
I'm still waiting for him to have his own banner.
Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Ian-san.
Yeah. Another victim of the stupid strike.
Dang. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend.
Janssen, yes. I will remember the name, but I will not invest more emotion than it's necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Fine, since you helped break the stalemate, we'll let you off the hook.
Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war with the Natlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware hiccups of this. The true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
I've been on the case for some time, even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none the wiser. I can only assume they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack actionable intelligence, for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could ever have anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time. And sooner we can do that, the better. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dane.
Alright, sounds like Dane's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news to share from your end?
Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. He must have lost it.
So he's here in person. Unsurprising, given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably her brother.
Hold on. That girl called him the Savior?
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
So this is where the pieces come together, I think. The last time I heard that term was before the Cataclysm. And not just that, it referred to your brother then too. But who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when the Cataclysm has already taken place? It makes no sense. That term's been around, even before the Cataclysm?
Wait, wasn't her brother called the Prince, though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
Well, when he was first granted the title of Prince, the Vinster King and the entire court of Khaenri'ah set about loudly proclaiming the might that he would bring to the nation. They made it sound as if with him there, all pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Khaenri'ah would be greater than anyone could imagine. The Savior was a celebratory title given to the prince by those who believed this rhetoric. Of course, you know how that story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring, that all that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power.
Huh. Sounds like the people of Khaenri'ah really believed in him.
Yeah. Is that why Aether is so determined to revive the homeland? Because he thinks he's failed as the Khaenri'ah's savior? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she is descended from pure-blood Khaenri'ahs afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how her people retained their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated?
I'm not sure.
Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
If she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
I will consider it. But we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. So, speculations and suspicion that she might have been a descendant of Khaenri'ah blood, or, like my first theory, she might have been a Khaenri'ah from that place entirely, if she still has those beliefs. I'm not too sure as well, but I guess we'll decide that. No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine. Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natland. After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
Oh, to Natland.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all! And with any luck, maybe we'll find your brother there too!
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Malwika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very well, then I will go there alone. Thank you for the intel, Yunsun.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
You're speaking to someone from the Collective Plenty.
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements. Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Alright, fine, I'm coming. Allow me to join you, Dainsleif.
Oh, for a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
I guess we just better go ahead and meet up with them in Archon. What the? Another portal, huh? Assault the Abyss Order stronghold.
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in Natlan?
All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I have ever had to finally make a serious dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back at a moment's notice. But if you run into any Abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to lead them to me. I'll take care of them when I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives. And if you get to meet your brother again, even better. Let's go!
I feel like I'm missing something, so in this battle, Dainsleif will show you the might of the Twilight Sword. Summon him to clear out the obstructions that bar your path. Wait, the swordsmanship Dainsleif has mastered as the Khaenri'ah court guard. Captain allows him to easily SB the weakness in opposing elemental wards. His long war against the Abyss has made him highly cognizant of their weaknesses, allowing him to destroy their void wards. Wait, he's playable? Oh hell yeah, he's playable. Hell yeah, he's playable, and... Alright. Cheap tricks. Yeah. So he's a summon. Okay. Alright, take that back. He's not playable, but he's a summon.
Wow, get to work! Smash down!
Alright, the game is lagging a bit. The game is... Sorry, the game is a bit laggy a bit. I don't know why it's lagging a bit. Alright. Maybe it's just rendering. I don't know. You won't get another chance. Oh, there he is, right there. Just like that, he just destroyed that thing. Damn. Damn.
Fulfill our pact! You two!
I wonder.
Time to end them!
There he goes.
This is a very different battle from the one we fought with Eon-san. No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
Yes, sounds like it.
Light of the blazing sun! Time's rolled! By my spark, the night burns!
Hear the truth.
Headbutt! Arrow incoming! Yeah! Heads up!
Of grace.
Pyroclastic surge!
No more mistakes.
The power of revelation.
Alright. Revelate this. Alright. That actually makes it easier for me to take out those priests. Abyss priests.
Get to work! Rev the engines! Rev from the sky!
Let's roll. Ultimate flying kick.
Fulfill our pact! Pyroclastic surge!
There you go. There's more, I believe.
Full throttle! Light of the blazing sun!
Relentless spectre that haunts us.
Playing.
The abyss is all present. To flee is futile. To resist it, vain.
Alright, so we got Angster the Frigid Glare and Alder the Corrupt.
Rev from the sky! Try and stop me!
Damn it. I'm stuck between the crevices here. Alright, I gotta get them over here. I gotta get them over here. Come on. Which one is you?
Get to work!
He's Papa.
Get him! Pyroclastic surge!
Get over here, damn it. I am not gonna fight you on a freaking mountain here. Get over here.
Why me? One fell swoop.
There he goes. So who is calling the shots here, he asks.
Full throttle!
Another priest, I think. So, who is this?
Twilight Sword Dainsleif. Is this really what you want?
Inquituous Baptist, Weird Sword of Heaven's End. It is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So where's the Traveler's brother then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy. But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
Your riddles tire me. The overwhelming advantage is ours, at least for the moment. Do you know what that means for you? I'd like to see what makes you believe you've already won, or that can you still turn the tide of this war?
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our prince has already won by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. His Highness has achieved something far greater. For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
The Abyss Order's greatest wish? Does that mean?
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction, and then used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Khaenri'ah.
It always comes with the Loom of Fate.
What? He used the Loom of Fate? Wait. Does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give him some cover?
Yeah.
Oh no. This makes too much sense.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived. And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsleif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years, and begin their lives anew in a Khaenri'ah restored to life.
That doesn't make sense, though. What a load of drivel. Your falsehoods are riddled with flaws. My ears tire of your tedium. Isn't there more to reviving a homeland than just reweaving its ley lines?
Right. You still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just re-wove. Plus, if it was really so easy, Moika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
I have one simple question. If Khaenri'ah has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you. Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
I have anything amiss? Are there signs that I could have missed?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
I think I may know the reason. I was first suspicious from the beginning of this whole story, but I'll leave it to this to build.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still, it's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
I also vaguely remember seeing Aether in the Night Kingdom, facing the Lord of the Night. Wait, that's not all. There were other signs as well. Okay, we could say the meditation of the Abyss Order's followers. So according to a guard stationed near the Masters of the Night Wind, many members of the Abyss Order were seen idling around during the lull in the conflict, even settling down to meditate. The Abyss Order chose to retreat from the stronghold. So the Abyss Order retreated when we attacked their stronghold with Ianson and Silali. That isn't their usual style. I can't see monsters at the same time as Deirdre. I couldn't see the monsters that Deirdre could see, and she couldn't see the ones I could. We could only see the monsters in each other's sight after making physical contact. I have to say this. Assuming he is right, then another possibility arises. Maybe I'm in a different time and space from Deirdre. If she's Khaenri'ah, like Dane suspects, then that means this revived Khaenri'ah that he speaks of might actually exist. And despite hailing from that separate time and space, Deirdre has found a way to communicate with us. Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe it's his lies. The notion that Khaenri'ah has been revived is preposterous. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. This is the only one thing that should demand our attention in this instant, and that is silencing this man for good. Boss fight.
Give in to the embrace of the abyss.
Show no mercy!
It's justice o'clock!
Let's ride!
Stand.
Light of the blazing sun!
The Abyss Order's mission has been fulfilled!
Amazing!
Nice.
You two! Time to end them!
You are still not
Running late again.
You battled in vain!
I just lost my my controls a bit. There we go. Ooh.
That should be all of them, right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all. Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Dearnith is the only potential lead we have. I think we should at least talk to her about this. I understand. You think she might be from the revived Khaenri'ah, yes? I have said my piece. I doubt Khaenri'ah could be revived so easily, but if it will give you some peace of mind, you should talk to her and test your theory. I will stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there are some clues left to be found. This doesn't make sense at all, but it's so weird. And he's still there. You're not gonna sneak attack him. He knows. What? Wow, really? What was that? I thought your voice and attitude seemed familiar. My mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. The curse of immortality has struck you too, huh? Then, Hayden.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master.
Or is it Hayden?
Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
Ha! Your arrogance and malice cost you all of my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over. And then there's a fight. How long is this gonna go on? Who knows? Some earth-shaking fight here, huh?
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never in all my worst nightmares have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
Someone just came in and that's about it. Let's see. That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If I took into account what you did in Khaenri'ah, you'd soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become.
Alright, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little. What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
I never thought you'd side with the Abyss Order, Hadun. You could have easily blamed the Prince for his betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them, but he was nowhere to be found. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within him had been divided up, yet we still despaired at his choice to leave us. Still, I believe that everything he's doing now, including his regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in his heart. And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Khaenri'ahs, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
I suppose you have changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I'd have never expected you to forgive him. Had you been so generous during your time at the Knight Academy as my instructor, in black serpent blade work, I might not have come to loathe you so much.
Is that so?
All my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of the Academy's code of chivalry, yet I received corporal punishment for being restless and brash. And as much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-student, Sertologi, was prosecuted for following the spirit of knighthood. He even lost limbs over it. There's a little point in discussing it now, of course, but all of this was your doing, wasn't it, Haddon? You wore a mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation. What, too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is, I honestly can't remember them anymore.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form. But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition. Even if mine was a past steeped in sin or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it. Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely. I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Khaenri'ah we once called home.
No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So, the Khaenri'ah we once called home. Dainsleif slowly closes his eyes, countless memories of Khaenri'ah flood into his mind. All the sights, memories, and feelings, everything etched into the heart and mind. You guys can pause and read if you want, because I can't read that fast.
You seem to remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I'm not interested. I have neither the time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient, as long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
The loom of fate. What have you done? Tell me!
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif. You were right. I lied to you earlier. Your wits are too sharp to be fooled by me. The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete. Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Khaenri'ah's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Khaenri'ah from that age. The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories. And so, we relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
So the Loom of Fate is running as we speak, and the so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to supply the Loom with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We, a people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future, will weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. Ah, what a glorious undertaking! What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
So that's where I'm supposed to come in. You look for assistance from your mortal enemy, who has sworn to hunt you down?
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition. Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Khaenri'ahs who remain, you are sure to remember the most. We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as bait.
So this was your true goal, to lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memories. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army. That strikes me as a fair trade, and I appreciate your generosity. You're gambling everything you have on the loom of fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps. But that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the loom of fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Khaenri'ah is complete!
Enough about your beloved leader. You said you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. I hope it was worth it. And it shall be worth.
It's Judith! Great! She's still here!
Where? In the cave or on the bottom here? Oh, she's over there. What? Deirdith? Deirdith, are you okay? Did something happen? The cataclysm? What? Oh my. Is this New Khaenri'ah? What is this? Could this be the cataclysm? Is this where Deirdith is right now? So she really is.
We're not from the same world, are we?
It took 2 and 2 together, but she's smart. No, I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great. That means the world isn't going to end.
No, just you. Just the Khaenri'ahs.
In that case, tell me, what happens to Khaenri'ah? What happens to my homeland?
What can I say?
No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry on looking for him, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my savior. It's you.
Aww.
You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your brother. Surely he must be desperate to find you too. So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met? That way, when I do find him, I can convince him that you're also searching for him.
A memento? The only thing I have is the key. Wait.
Huh? What is it?
Wait. No. The Hilitroll. It's her. If this is her future, if this is her fate, give the key to Deirdre. Keep the key. Whoa. What? I am left with a choice. Is it better to give her the key to Deirdre so she can stay in that one cave and hold the key, or keep the key? I don't know. Do I give her the key to extend this loop, or some way I can keep the key and make sure this doesn't happen? Okay, I've just been thinking it over and over, because choices are not my best suit if I don't know what will happen. I have no idea that I get to choose here, guys. We give the key to Deirdre. That way she could spend the rest of her time continuing this loop. And she was the Hilitroll that protected that key all this time. For 500 years. But I think, honestly, I want to break her from this fate. So I'm going to keep the key. That's just something I wouldn't want to do. I mean, probably she's going to be in the cave for 500 years and she might forget. That's why she ran away as a Hilitroll. She ran and... Oh my god. I want to break her fate. I want to help her escape this fate, so keep the key. I just can't. I can't put her through this. What the fuck? Wait, time stopped. What is going on? She's frozen too! What? Who is this? Of course. So that's what happened. Istoroth, the ruler of time, must have had a hand in this. There's no other way there's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. Aether, you knew all this? I knew only the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. When the Cataclysm first began 500 years ago, I, as the Prince of Khaenri'ah, was preparing to do my part, to fight back with all my might. But then this girl, Deirdre, she found me. The irony was that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. I was stunned, and I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me. But then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. So, she actually did it. We had been separated ever since I awakened in Tevat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere. And then she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. I was desperately wanting to see you again, but Khaenri'ah was in equally desperate need of my help. Sorry, I just ate supper. I knew that no matter what I choose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steeled myself against the guilt and made my decision. I went to see you. I don't want to say and then. When I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person. So you're saying 3 keys existed simultaneously in that moment. I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. That's where we are right now. An intersection in our memories. This question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this. So my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Istaroth? Deirdre succeeded in bringing us together, but unfortunately it is versions of us 500 years apart. She hoped that the Savior would rescue Khaenri'ah, save the entire world, but instead the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? Has Khaenri'ah really been revived? Have you done what you set out to do? Not yet, but I've taken a very important step. Now, the ley lines of Khaenri'ah are complete. So that's what it looks like. So that's Khaenri'ah in the ley line. I'd always thought that Devout's ley lines were blocked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added, and existing ones cannot be replaced. But then I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to that rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Lord of the Night. Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. The Lord of the Night did say before that even she can only reconstruct Natlan's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Using an Intevat as the base, I was able to grow a realm based on the Khaenri'ah of 500 years ago, superimposing over present day, Natlan's space-time. That superimposition is what allowed you and Deirdre to cross paths. That's what I saw in my dream. He's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is, why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? After that, the new Khaenri'ah was enriched with memories of the old drawn from the Abyss Order's members in their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials, the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. What I now hold in my hand is the Atlas of the New World. A Khaenri'ah scroll. This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of new Khaenri'ah's ley lines. With this, the nation once known as Khaenri'ah can rise again. One day, I will find a suitable host location for it. Why? Why is reviving Khaenri'ah so important to you? I don't understand. Is it really just because of guilt? When I first arrived in Khaenri'ah 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank. It was only after I had served as their prince for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. What? Your memories were erased? Probably by the heavenly principles, I assume. But recovering old memories didn't simply erase that part of my life I spent in Khaenri'ah. I still see it as my second home. That is why my guilt weighs so heavily on me. But even so, that only constitutes part of my motive. More importantly, if I wish to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me. That's scary. Whoa. It was watching. I know you always want to change fate. We both do. But this time, I won't let you succeed. I cannot miss the chance to reunite with you 500 years in the past, no matter what. Unfortunately, I cannot. I don't know why. But the way you're talking, it just doesn't sound like you at all. Aether, this whole thing, your plan, what does it have to do with us? I should have changed languages here, but I don't care. All along, it's only ever been about us. Goodbye, Lumine. We will begin anew at the end of our journey. Why are you staying still? And there they gone.
Our hero is back! Everyone's been waiting for you! The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dainsliff's, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world. Paimon was looking all over for her, and then she suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot. But looking a lot more glum.
It's fine, I need some time to take everything in. And look who got up from bed. I still can't get used to that.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your brother? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
And?
Huh? You met your brother?
I did. We had a long talk.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. So let's go over everything later, alright?
What your brother accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too.
Sorry if I coughed out loud. It was sudden.
But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
Yeah, that actually caught me off guard too. I would never have expected that.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated. During the war with the Abyss, Malwika had an argument with the captain. Malwika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your brother's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
You're gonna learn this.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Well, yeah. Well, that's secrets.
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war! Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate. I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands. So it's one less thing for us to worry about. Don't you agree, Traveler?
You got a point. I still feel like a mess though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
I'm sorry, but there's somewhere else I want to go first.
Huh?
Eon-san, leave her be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?
Return to the cave you were previously in. Okay, back here again. What would happen if I actually gave her the key, though? Would it change anything? Her club's still there. Before you know it, you've fallen asleep, drowning in a myriad of thoughts. You faintly sense what feels like someone clasping your hand. But this time, it sends you into a deep sleep, where sweet dreams await. Another outbound. It isn't yet another kind of lore that we just figured out here. So apparently, our sibling did manage to construct some sort of ley line of a new Khaenri'ah. Now here's the thing: would that mean a new location, a new region might form, which will be now called New Khaenri'ah? I will assume so, maybe. That's what I'm thinking here. Maybe a possibility of a new location, maybe. But here's what haunts me just a few seconds ago. What if I chose to give her the key instead? What if I give her the key? Will it just continue to loop here? But maybe, I don't know. Maybe I regret. Maybe I'm supposed to give her the key, just continue the loop, or do I, or I had a dilemma of choosing, because I wasn't prepared for it, to be honest. My heart tells me that if she had kept it for 500 years and stayed in this cave, maybe she didn't deserve to be alone, and we scared her off when she didn't recognize us. Maybe, I don't know, or. I'm honestly not too sure what would happen if I did give her the key. Would we have a Hilichurl as a companion to put in the teapot, the surrounding teapot, or another memento, which is the hibernation key, which was confusing for me as well because I did not know that there was a spaceship nor hibernation key. Now I'm really damn confused here. If there's going to be like a location where the spaceship is at, then I have to go there. Like, I need to know. What the hell am I? What are we? That's a big question. But until then, I will have to wait until version 5.8. So, thank you all for watching this video, and I really enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the story. Yeah, I really did enjoy the story. Despite the fact that the VAs may return to the game, but they didn't do it in this story. It would have been so good, though, but I guess they had to missed opportunities, I guess, or some things are just were out of their hands, or I don't know. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. So, if you guys are new to the channel, or if you did enjoy the video, like and subscribe to the video if you enjoyed it, or if you wish to support my channel as well. Either of you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you wish to support my channel. I'm losing track of what am I trying to say here. I'm losing my outro, guys, here, because I'm shocked at the fact that this is just this lore bomb was just dropped on me, and I don't know what to expect in the new version. Will we go to Not Cry? Because I am assuming that we might go to Not Cry. And if you... Okay, enough of that. So, if you have anything to say about the video or the story, the comment section is down below. And, yeah, I got nothing else to say other than I enjoyed the story, but there are some things that I need to do before I continue on. Like, I have now 2 story quests to do. And I will continue on trying to pull for Skirk if I can. I can't even pull for a weapon as well, so I guess it's just patience, really. So, as always, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys in a new video, so peace out, and have an awesome week.